What's up, you guys? It's your girl Amber, Amber's Closet, and today we're gonna do the 600K Q&A. Woo! Woo! I can't even believe we're here right now because you guys already know that I didn't even know or think that I would hit 500,000. So to be where we are and to say that we gained 100,000 more to our family in less than a year is so crazy to me. It's so amazing. And so thank you guys so much for being there, loving, supporting, watching. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys are the bomb. I love you guys so much. And to all my new subscribers that have been recently hitting me up, welcome to the family. I love you guys. So I felt like this is the best way to celebrate 600,000 is doing a Q&A because I'm inconsistent with my Q&As and you guys ask me a lot of questions a lot. So let's get to it because there's so many questions on Instagram and Twitter right now. Oh, I didn't get to tell you guys. You see, I'm setting up my new closet lately. It's coming together and that's why Amber's Closet's back in the closet, but I still have some stuff to do in here, so I'll give you guys a tour when I'm completely done. How old were you when you realized you were gay? There's so many steps to this. I think that I realized I liked girls when I was like 5 or 6. Obviously, like, my first girlfriend in high school was like a revelation for me, but I really didn't tell myself for sure until sophomore year of college. You know, there was processes of me coming out, and then when I finally came out, I was like, what? Took me so long! How was your college life and what are top 3 places you want to visit before 2017 is over? My college life was great, actually. I loved college so much. I got really good grades. Of course, balancing school and basketball was pretty hard, but I did have great years of college. I miss it. I was a pretty good kid. I didn't really like live life until after college because I was pretty serious with making sure that I had good grades and being in top-notch shape and feeling like I needed to be the best on the court at all times because I was a captain. So I was very disciplined in college, and then after I was done with basketball, that's when I started living life, you feel me? Places I want to visit, I definitely want to go to London, the UK. I need to go to Europe this year for sure. I'm definitely wanting to hit up Africa. I think that's gonna happen in October. Definitely want to go to Jamaica or Trinidad and Tobago. Like, those are definitely on my top list, but then there's also so many places I want to see. I want to see China, I want to see Australia, and I want to see Greece, Spain, oh my god, Brazil. I need to go to Brazil just because of where you guys are. I want to make sure I hit like Europe, Trinidad, Africa. If you went out with your girl and a big buff guy hits on her and slaps her bum, what would you do? This has actually happened before, and listen, I don't care who you are or how big you are. If you're out of line, I'm gonna get in your face. Because the thing about it is number one, no guy should feel like he is just so above that he can put his hands on a woman. I don't care if it's just like, in his mind, a compliment. No, you don't do that. Unless a woman gives you permission to touch them, you don't touch them. And I feel the same way the ways a guy hits on a girl. Whether it's my girl or one of my friends that are with me, I let a man know that he's out of line if he's out of line. You talk to a woman with respect. If I see it, I don't care who I'm with or who it is, I will get in their face and let them know. I don't care. I don't know why. I've never been tested though. Anytime I've had to say something or get in a man's face, they've always backed down because I'm crazy, number one, and number two, you don't want it with me, bruh, and if you do, you're going to jail. Either way it goes. But I've gone off on a guy several times and I've made them turn around and apologize to my girlfriend or my friend, whoever it was that they got out of line with. I don't play. At all. At all. I got this question more than anything. Do you think that you're gonna marry Ava? Do you guys want kids? If so, where would you raise them? And do you want boys or girls? So let's start from the top. Marriage is amazing. And yes, we have talked about marriage. And yes, we have talked about kids. You know, you can go back and forth on things because it just depends on where we are in a couple years in the future. I would love kids. And we've talked about either raising them out here in Calabasas or Pasadena because those are both very good school districts. You never know if we're gonna live here or somewhere else. I mean, sometimes I talk about buying a house in Houston or in Vegas, so I don't know, it just depends. But yes, we have talked about marriage. To answer all 150 of you guys that asked that question, and I'm not picky if it's a boy or a girl. I always say I would love a girl that looks exactly like her. Oh, little beautiful baby that I would spoil. But I mean, I want anything that I'm blessed with. I will love the hell out of them and I will try to make them the best little human beings possible. Water, soda, or coffee? That's really hard. I would say out of all those, we need water, right? But I drink a lot of coffee, I have to admit. But I've cut back on soda a lot. I only drink like bubbly water at this point. How do you overcome hate comments, remarks on YouTube geared towards you and turn it into a positive situation? Now, this is the thing. Sometimes they bother me and sometimes they hurt. Sometimes I feel like I'm the person that needs to tell these people that they're out of line. And sometimes I just ignore them. Because when people are so angry or hate your video or your content so much that they need to write a whole paragraph on my video, at some point I feel bad for them because I'm like, are you just so angry inside that you needed to go and get out your anger in some other way possible, so you go and try to make somebody else's day a living hell? Like, it's crazy to me. At the end of the day, I feel bad for those people, because if you need to go out of your way, watch a 10-minute video of mine, and then comment a whole paragraph about how much you hate it, there's something wrong with you. Because if you don't like it, log off. Maybe you need to go sit in a corner and woo-saw for a minute. But sometimes I'm like, you know what? Let me hit them with kindness, even though I want to cuss them the F out. That's not gonna get them where we want them to be. We need them to realize that they're wrong, or need them to realize that they should not or cannot be doing this to people, because I'm tough. I have tough skin. So I always want to tell someone they're wrong so that they don't go do this to someone that might not be as tough as me, and then that person might get really upset or hurt from it, because you never know how you affect people. So I feel like sometimes it's my job to let people know in the kindest or most professional way that you're a motherfucking idiot, and I don't know why you're wasting your time or mine. Just get off my video.
Get off my video.
I just try not to like pay them any mind. Dumb. But most of the time I let comments roll off, because I went through a lot to get where I am, and I love myself. I make fun of myself, so there's not much you can say that really hurts my feelings, so I just let it roll off.
I don't even have time for that.
If you're not my family member, I'm not in a relationship with you, or you're not paying my bills, what you have to say about me has no substance. Like, to me, it just is not that important, so I'm just gonna let it just roll on past me and just let the negativity follow right behind you. Who has been your biggest influence growing up? I would definitely have to say my dad. I'm so much like my dad, and always felt like he was the coolest person on earth. I mean, he was an athlete. To see where he came from, like literally like in the country, having to hunt his food just to eat, being as successful as he was. My dad has 3 Super Bowl rings. He coached a professional football team, then he was an NFL agent, and he was very successful in it. And so throughout the years, I just saw him do something that he loves and he was passionate in doing, and then turning it into a successful business where he ran and owned a company himself. And that was always a big inspiration to me, because I wanted to be my dad. I wanted to do something that I love and that inspired me and that made me happy, and then I wanted to do it for myself. I wanted to run my own company, and so he was very much my inspiration in that. All the morals and ethics and things like that that are in me, my dad instilled in me, and so he was my biggest influence growing up. I love you, daddy. I'm a daddy's girl. If you were given a choice at birth, would you choose to be male or the same as you are now? What would you choose for your sexuality? There's nothing that I would change about myself, because I clearly came out how I was supposed to be. I mean, people always think because, you know, I dress boyish or tomboyish or androgynous that I want to be a man, and that's not it at all. I don't want to be a man. I am happy being a strong, independent woman of color that happens to like women. I wouldn't want to be anything else other than myself. Would you rather have beautiful kids and an ugly wife, or a beautiful wife and ugly kids? Now, I'm gonna have to think about the person that I'm spending all my time with right now and saying that that person's going to be my wife and she's beautiful. So in that case, I guess we're gonna have ugly kids, but either way it goes, I'm gonna love them so much, and I'm gonna make them confident and love themselves no matter what. Oh my god, that one's funny. If you were to become president right now, what are the first 5 laws that you would pass? Ooh, this is tough. I would change a lot of things about law enforcement. I think that we should have the army and things like that more involved. I would retrain, and I would bring in the army, because I think the army knows that their lives could be at risk for their job, and I don't think that police officers realize that. Not that I'm saying I just want them to all go out there and just risk their lives, but I think that there's a lot of times where police have acted scared, and by that they end up killing people or risking other people's lives, or allowing people to be killed, like shooting when they're not supposed to. And I want to make sure that things are changed so many people of color aren't being killed. I think I want to change the marriage and equality acts, of course. I want to make sure that those go through and then everybody can get married who wants to get married. But also I want to change some LGBT laws to where that you can't get fired just for being LGBT. That's absolutely ridiculous. I can't even believe that. I want to change things with schools as far as student debt loans and how much schools cost. And also I want to pay teachers more. And I'm not talking about college professors. I'm talking about K through 8th grade, high school, the people that really mold you into becoming a real person. Those people need to be paid more. I want to put together a homeless act so we can actually do something about the homeless community and actually help than just keep pushing them somewhere. And then I think the last one that I can think of right now is just changing and tweaking some things about our healthcare system that honestly needs to be re-looked at. The healthcare system, the way it's set up now, makes it impossible to just get some shit done. It's crazy. Okay, you guys, that's the end of 600K Q&A part 1. I'll see you guys tomorrow with part 2 because you guys asked me some funny stuff, so I can't wait till you guys see the answers that I have for you tomorrow. Love you guys. Stay amazing. Peace.